No?
It has to do something with the settings. It has to reflect here. Do you have a, yeah, so you're still a Mac?
No, I don't have a Mac.
I know, I'm like.
You're gonna have to work on these computers as well.
Yes, I am. Okay, let's to sound, go to,
We're not gonna worry about it, because I can probably figure it out, but I wanna get started.
okay, got it.
Alright, guys. You go back. This is why this workshop is so important. Alright, welcome you guys. I'm Dr. Norris Dorsey, and to my left is Oscar Aguayo, and in the back, or to the left, to the right, is Kevin Clark. We have a workshop today on exploring careers in automated intelligence, okay, AI. And one of the things we wanted to do today is kind of give you some good information, as well as you give us some good information, right? Because we've got to learn from each other, right? And we have to see where we're headed and know where we've been. So let's start this meeting off with setting the right intention. I think it's important for us to know why we're here. And so, why did you come here today? What is it that you're trying to learn? What do you want to know? And think about that for a second. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to think about why you're here today and what you want to learn. Okay?
15 seconds. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to start with you because you're down in front. Why are you here today?
I'm here today to see how artificial intelligence is used in businesses and potentially, I'm not sure if, say, getting a career in AI, but when I think of a career, maybe I can also start a business using artificial intelligence or so I just want to know a little bit more, in the topic.
That's awesome. What do you want to learn in the green shirt?
So I'm interested in learning about what you are going to be saying about AI. I'm here for networking, for the most part, to be honest.
Your name?
I am.
Nice. In the back with the blue hat, why are you here today?
So for him,
I know
he's from Mexico, but he just speaks Spanish.
Okay.
But I can just tell you if you want.
Tell me in Spanish.
Si quieres que en español, ¿qué quieres entender?
Pues cómo se compone, cómo funciona.
He's saying how they compose and how he works.
Nice.
He's a lawyer, I think he works at the law in Mexico, so he has some type of idea of it.
Dope. Gentlemen, why are you here today?
My name is Randall. I come from like the food service, restaurant kind of industry, so I wanted to see how I can apply AI and all the information that you guys provide us, and how I can kind of blend it into what I already do, so I can move forward and find something that's like more, for the future.
All right, you guys. So you see why we're all here today. There's new stuff that we need to learn, and as I was kind of thinking about, why I'm here today, I'm at a point in my life where this has already happened. I've already seen this before, and because I, grew up in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s and 2010. Listen, we had encyclopedias, we had typewriters. Then, it went from cell phones to CD-ROMs to jump drives to no more CD-ROMs. This computer does not have a CD-ROM on it. To floppy disk to 3 1/4, 5 1/2, whatever. To flying cars, the Jetsons, to like motorized scooters. So there's been a lot of disruptive technologies, and we have to understand that we can't be resistant to change. All right, we have to move with the change. We have to jump on board I think that my partner Kevin has a good understanding and has been dealing with it. All right, so does everyone have an agenda? If you don't have an agenda, let me know. We have plenty to give you guys.
You got 2 people that are coming in, we
Okay.
can keep on going.
All right. So, one of the things that is very important is understanding what AI is. Okay. I think that, as I did my research for this particular workshop, I learned some different things about the tool. AI is a tool, right? So we have to know how to use that tool. So, definition, it refers to the simulation of a human intelligence in machine programs to perform tasks that are typically required human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception, understanding, natural language, and decision making. AI technologies aim to create systems capable of mimicking cognitive functions associated with human minds, enabling them to analyze data, adapt to new inputs, and perform tasks autonomously. Right? So what does that mean? Right? What does it mean to have a robot that can do exactly the same thing you can do? What does it mean to have, someone thinking faster than you? Right? We have our own capability. Our brain is very powerful. It's one of those tools that if you unlock it, and we've seen movies unlock the brain, but if you're able to unlock it and take it to that point where you're utilizing all of your brain, you're probably one of the smartest people in the world. But we don't do that. We have pieces of our brain we ain't even tech. We can't even remember when we was 2, 3, 4 years old. How you doing? Come on in. Hi. Right. And so now we're at that stage where we have to understand that AI is unlimited. Like it's really quick. And you'll see that in the presentation. On the right side, we have 2 types of AI, the narrow and the general. One is weak, one is strong. Most of the time, we're thinking the strong AI, the general, because that's where we're at right now when we're utilizing some of these tools. All right, so what's the difference? The narrow AI is designed to perform a specific task or a set of tasks within a limited domain. Examples include virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, recommendation systems, image recognition software, and autonomous vehicles. So, when we talk about Siri and Alexa, and we want to get, bits and pieces of information, that's the narrow. That's considered weak AI. The strong AI is referring to human level intelligence and the ability to understand, learn, and apply knowledge across diverse domains similar to the cognitive capabilities of human. General AI remains theoretical and has not been achieved just yet. Shit, they've achieved it. These robots that are doing everything that a human can do, it's out there. That's what's scaring people, right? That's what's got the fear that, damn, this is going to take my job. I ain't got to flip fries at the burger spot no more. Somebody else, they got a robot that's going to flip them, and he ain't going to steal from me. He's not going to take, from you. And so this is why this particular tool, you got to learn how to use it. I brought my son here today. He's a creative, very, very special, very creative artist, right? And I told him the other day, I said, son, you got to figure out how to sell the art. You're going to have to use AI to help you sell the art, because AI can create the art. AI can do that same thing that you've been spending, 6 weeks on in 2 minutes. That's how fast it is. You're going to see. We got some videos for you guys to see. So I'm not going to bore you down with a lot more of the definition part of AI. I think this is one of those workshops that you need to see it for yourself and to understand how to use it. On this handout that you have, besides the agenda, is a list of careers and opportunities. And what I want you to do right now is take a look at that list, right? as I transition to our next speaker, take a look at that list and circle. And if you need a pen, let me know. I can dig one out the bag, or take a picture of the one that you're familiar with, that looks familiar, right? I think when it comes to careers and jobs and different things, a lot of times we don't know we can do something until we read it and think about it. And the other part of that list is you need to know this, right? Because a lot of times we're at that stage where we don't know what kind of education or what kind of training we need. Half of these jobs, you need a degree in computer science, right? Or mathematics. The other half, you can learn on your own. You don't need a degree, right? You can just take classes, workshop, you can learn the skill through some type of website. They have different type of ways they can train you. But I want you to look at that list so you can see what are the opportunities for you out there, right? Because that's the purpose of this workshop, is to figure out where you fit in and get in where you fit in, right? There's no time to sit on the sideline and you know, just go, oh, you know, maybe I'll do some AI type of stuff. All right, Kevin, this is your turn. I have one of my partners, Kevin. I'll go ahead and control the computer so he can talk to you guys. The first slide is the
First video.
first video is the public good, or do you want the
Yeah,
other?
public good, let's do that one.
Alright.
I'll let the video introduce a little bit about who I am. Okay, right a little bit? Okay.
It doesn't have the volume coming out of here, so hopefully you guys can hear us okay.
Back at it? Great. All right, I'm going to introduce a little bit about who I am, and then I'm going to take this video. This video will give you an understanding of how I can use AI as a tool to help me promote myself better than I can promote myself talking to you right now. Okay? My name is Kevin Clark. I've been in community, I'm a community transactionist, meaning I'm an activist who wants transactions, micro transactions to happen in the community I live in. I live here in LA County. To be exact, I live about 5 miles away from here, near LeVert Park. But I'm from Oakland, California, and I came here to Southern California to try and be a storyteller. I was already a storyteller, but I needed to be able to get connected to this engine called Hollywood. And what I've learned since I've been here almost 20-something years is that there's a lot of things that don't want change. Hollywood is a very, very rigid structure and culture of people who are setting a standard through awards or just through making money that lock out a lot of people like me. So this is an inflection point, meaning it's a historical point for me to be able to use these tools so that I can actually compete with some of those folks now, where I couldn't before. And the most important thing, and I want to be able to give you guys, is that if you guys learn how to use these tools and master these tools for your own individual goals, that's what I want to have you take away, is understanding this is a tool. It's like a hammer or a screw driver or something that you can put in a tool belt. But it's just a tool that you can use to build and design your future in the economy, your life, your family, your health, law. Just about any industry is going to use this AI tool to help make it something a little bit faster, better, and something that I want everybody in here to kind of research for their own, because a lot of people are afraid of AI. Well, historically, as Dr. Dorsey said, that we've been here before. And this is what I call progress, AI. It used to be that people had opportunities to create jobs for themselves because there was a need. Back in the day, we needed transportation. Way back in the day, transportation and the need for it was done by horse and buggy. And that was a good industry for people who had horses and buggies and needed to ride in. And then somebody came up with the idea of gas-powered or steam engine transportation. And it put a lot of those people who were investing in that technology, horse and buggy, out of work. Same thing with, again, other forms of using what we need as society to progress ourselves. It's been happening and evolving to now we're actually in the fourth industrial revolution. And some people think we're still stuck in the third industrial revolution.
I don't think this is gonna work, Oscar.
Okay.
Yeah.
But believe me, the fourth industrial revolution uses all kinds of tools. The internet was, again, really important in the third industrial revolution. And we know what the industry, not what the internet industry has done in terms of letting everybody level the playing field to be able to do and get things that they probably never even imagined. And I don't think a lot of the folks who are structuring the way that we try and become competitive and try to get our piece of the pie, they didn't account for the internet. Third industrial revolution. Fourth industrial revolution is to use all the tools that we've learned about everything to make sure that we can compete not only with ourselves, but with other countries. Korea, China, and India. They all have state-sponsored education for their kindergartens. From K through 5, those people are learning these tools and they're applying them to everyday life. So we're competing with countries at the kindergarten level. So by the time they get to a place where they get to maturity, they've got a complete advantage over us in just about anything that we can think about that are our needs. So I want you guys to be able to think about where you are in history. Because history is not the past for me. It's not even the present. History is the future. Every single thing that we're doing right now is historical. You guys being in this room right now, maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, people say, wow. I heard a few things that made me more aware that I'm laying down some tracks, not only for me, but the people who come behind me, your friends, your family. And that's what I want you guys to really think about taking away is what can I do to use these tools, learn these tools, so I can better myself and people who are connected to me. So I want to play this second video
Play
here.
the second one first, okay?
Yeah, and then I'll explain a little
Could
bit
your
about that.
chosen career be on a collision course with artificial intelligence? Is it possible that we are on the cusp of an era where AI not only assists us, but also invents, develops, and innovates? The answer is a resounding yes. The future has already dawned upon us with the advent of generative AI tools. Generative AI tools are advanced systems capable of learning from data input and based on that learning, creating new data that is similar but not identical. These tools are the creators of the digital world, reflecting the human ability to generate fresh ideas, designs, and solutions. Using deep learning technologies such as neural networks, which emulate the function and structure of the human brain, these tools absorb information, process it, and then generate outputs that are not mere replicas, but are fresh, innovative, and valuable. Enter the Dakar Foundation, a member of the steering committee for California's new initiative, California Jobs First. Dakar is also a solutions architect, emphasizing its dual registered apprenticeship program through the Department of Labor in Governor Newsom's quest to drive employment through pre-apprenticeship and non-traditional apprenticeship. Dakar is focused on creating a smart pipeline emphasizing micro-certificates in burgeoning career paths that will address today's and tomorrow's challenges in disinvested communities in Los Angeles County. Their tool of choice is augmented intelligence. By harnessing the potential of superintelligence in quantum computing, Dakar aims to bridge the gap between career seekers and corporations' employment resource groups. These corporations are actively seeking to mentor diversity and inclusion through their corporate social responsibility initiatives, focusing on sustainability and green clean technology integration into our inner city's problem-solving strategies. Dakar aims to focus on students in the Los Angeles, California State University system and the Los Angeles County Community College Consortium. So, as we draw this discussion to a close, let's recap the key points. We looked at the future of careers and how they are intertwined with artificial intelligence. We explored the concept of generative AI tools and their potential to revolutionize our jobs. We then delved into the initiatives of the Dakar Foundation, its role in California Jobs First, and its commitment to driving employment through innovative apprenticeship programs. We also looked at how Dakar plans to use augmented intelligence as a force multiplier to bridge the gap between career seekers and corporations. In essence, we are standing on the edge of a new era where artificial intelligence doesn't just assist us, but also creates, generates, and innovates. And with organizations like the Dakar Foundation leading the way, this future seems not only possible, but inevitable.
Okay, so the interesting thing about this little video is that I jammed all of the things that I believe I'm about right now into a AI tool. It's a generative video AI tool that created this 3-minute video in about maybe 90 seconds. I have some people here in the room are going to be part of our apprenticeship program. So I'm gonna ask you guys some questions more than talk, because that's really what I wanna do. I wanna know who you guys are, more. Is anybody in here currently working full-time? Raise your hand. Working full-time?
In AI or just?
No, just, period.
Got a job.
Just got a job working full-time, okay? And, you know, I'm gonna ask you a little bit about yourself because I wanna find out how I can help you understand what I've learned about AI to help my career opportunities. I'm an old guy, but I'm still learning, okay? So what's your name first of all?
Erin.
Aaron? Where are you currently working right now?
I work for a robot company. They deliver food to robot. It's kind of like the Uber Lyft, but in the robots. So
Mhm.
they use Xbox controllers to deliver food in robots.
Okay. Wow, nice. So what was your reason for coming here today?
Because I'm interested in, I work in HR. I don't actually work in the robotic side. But I'm interested in just learning more.
Okay. Have you ever been able to get your hands on the technology that you use to program these robots for your job?
Not yet, but I've been asking. Unfortunately, we had some reduction in staff, so it's just giving me more time. At first, I didn't have the time to, so I started to ask a couple of the engineers.
Do you want to stay in HR, or do you want to be somewhere in that the ecosystem of what that company does to make money?
No, I would like to explore other areas. I've been doing HR for a while, so I'm interested. It's just something that kind of provides, an income right now, but I would like to pivot.
Okay. I don't know, where are we on time?
We're okay, Kevin. You
Okay.
can- Yeah. You can
Well,
work.
thank you for that, Aaron. You, sir, what's your name again?
My name is Daniel. I'm the associate teaching artist at the Long Beach Arts Council. I teach, I go into the classroom in middle school and we teach students about public art. Everything from the creative process, the business process, and we take the students on field trips and we guide them to what it takes to do public art. I have experience. I'm a developer. I also have my own company. The name of my company is Hello Data. Data stands for Daniel's Art and Tech Agency. I have my first experience with AI was about 5 years ago, and I took an introduction to artificial intelligence course through Coursera, like 5 years ago. The head of the Google AI started that program, and I learned a lot about it. I wasn't necessarily out, because of my artist side, I tend to look at the future, and I get stuck a little bit with the ethics of AI. And I start thinking a lot about how it got created, how it's being used, and especially because some folks don't even know that like artificial intelligence was the California they had a program, I believe in like 2020, 2021, where they were using AI for the court system to whether they would give bail or not to someone, and they had like artificial intelligence
That's facts.
as a project. So things like that, I start thinking about artificial intelligence and ethics and law, and so I just wanted to understand how all of that works. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Who else raised their hand? Sir, okay, your name again, and what do you currently do?
My name is Gerardo. I work in a chocolate shop actually, so I'm one of the chocolatiers. So I'm hands-on with chocolate machines, tempering, working with different recipes, keeping bar stock. A lot of people, so I'm hoping that I can use kind of AI to help out a lot of the business side of the stuff. Like I know there was a software that we used a while back that when you put in that, like, oh, let's say I made a batch of this, ganache or whatever, it would tell you like, oh, you use this amount of this, and it would tell you like, oh, you're running low on this. You should probably order some more of that. So software like that has been kind of utilized like early. I've seen it used, but it's not as efficient, I think, or it's a lot of like, there's a lot of resistance to it because people, one, don't know how to use it, or two, they're like, nah, I can do it better, I can keep track of it better myself. So I kind of want to see how we kind of bridge that gap moving forward for the future.
Okay, great. Anyone else raise their hand about full-time work? Okay. Well, the reason I asked, the reason I asked is because I'm only here today because I'm interested in people who can tell me where it hurts in terms of their long-term strategies for not only employment, but for economic success for themselves. I think of economic success as really wealth building. And more importantly, at this point, I represent 3 different hats. I'm an educator. I'm also a politician right now. I had to run for a seat that puts me in the room to vote on how money is being spent in Los Angeles County on projects that are supposed to be futuristic ways to help put more people to work in every industry. And there's 8 sectors that we're really thinking about that we want to help people get better at, trying to make sure that they become part of a smart pipeline from where they are now to getting all the training, all the certifications, so that they can actually talk to, via language, a job hire. That means somebody who's willing to tell you what kind of employee, what kind of partner they're looking for in the future. And that kind of training is what precisely AI can help me do to get everybody that's really looking to be competitive, to get the kind of precise information, the training, to get those micro certifications that can allow you to get to a job interview and get a better chance of distancing yourself from the people, who don't have that precise information and don't know how to pull it out of the ether. So I'm hoping that everybody here really wants to be able to think about a career that lets them use AI to help them get more competitive. And a lot of people, again, in the school systems, K through 12, community college, even 4 universities, are very reluctant about AI because it is a very disruptive tool.
Do you want to play the first video now?
Yeah.
Alright, let's play the first.
And this is really about tools.
Careers be intertwined with artificial intelligence. Could we be on the brink of a revolution where AI doesn't just assist, but also creates, generates, and innovates? The answer is a resounding yes, and the future is already here with the advent of generative AI tools. Generative AI tools, in essence, are advanced systems that have the ability to learn from data inputs and, based on that learning, generate new data that is similar but not identical. They are creators in the digital world, mirroring the innate human ability to generate new ideas, new designs, and new solutions. These tools employ deep learning technologies, including neural networks, that imitate the human brain's function and structure. They absorb information, process it, and then generate outputs that are not just replicas of what they've learned, but are fresh, innovative, and valuable. One of the most fascinating applications of generative AI is in the field of content creation. These tools can create written content that is indistinguishable from that written by a human. From blog posts to news articles, generative AI tools can do it all, and at a pace that far exceeds human capabilities. But that's not all. Generative AI tools have also found their place in the realms of music and art, creating original compositions and stunning visual pieces that push the boundaries of creativity. They are even being used in scientific research to generate hypotheses and potential solutions to complex problems. In the world of education and career development, generative AI tools are proving to be game changers. They are being used to provide micro-certifications for micro-pathways in future careers, particularly those involving autonomous systems. These tools can create personalized learning paths, generate relevant content, and assess learners' progress, providing certifications that are tailored to each learner's unique needs and capabilities. In summary, the future of careers is here, and it is intertwined with AI. Generative AI tools are not just assisting us, they are creating, generating, and innovating. They are changing the way we create content, make music and art, conduct scientific research, and even how we learn and advance in our careers. They are providing micro-certifications for micro-pathways in future careers, revolutionizing the way we approach education and career development. In the age of AI, the only constant is change. It is essential to keep learning, keep adapting, and keep embracing the new possibilities that these extraordinary tools present. Because the future isn't just coming, it's already here, and it's generative.
Wow. Okay, I'm wondering a little bit, but I think one of the things I wanted to showcase here with these two videos, I generated both of these videos by inputting search words and keywords that are important to me and what I'm trying to do with these three hats. I'm a career developer, I'm an educator, and a politician. So I input to my prompt for the creation of this content using keywords, and that did all of the work for me. It had a database of images, videos, voice, and it created a free trial version, because I used the free trial version, that's why you see water.
So real quick, Kevin, because I'm interested in knowing too, because I use the same program. Tell us what the name of the program is, so you guys know where to go.
Right. It's called AI. Here it is. If you just go here, look this up here. It's a very simple tool to use. Anybody that can get to the website, it creates for you a membership, and you can do a free trial. And basically something that allows you to put into your profile who, what, where, why, and how you want to use this as a tool to create not just marketing content, stories, film projects, just about anything that you can imagine could be something that would be a lot more expensive if you had to actually have a lot more human connection to what it is you're trying to do to output the content. It's not going to replace a lot of people, but it's something that you can do to create better workflow, quicker, faster, cheaper. But again, I'm going to use this tool to connect with my young people who are editors, who are shooters, to be able to make sure I can stitch in what they do and my human people can do, create things that are a little bit more, I would say, authentic. That's what I believe these videos are lacking. They lack that authenticity from a human perspective. It could be voice, it could just be the words, and all of the things that make this sound like it's coming from somebody who really, really does understand how to communicate the message. So I want to know that if you guys are interested in being part of our organization, it's an apprenticeship program. We're really focused on people that are getting their first foothold into career pathways. But if you're an old person like me and you're still willing to learn, I want to work with you. So, yeah. So if there's any questions, suggestions, or comments, I'm ready to be around for the rest of the day. And I guess we have time for one question.
Yeah, but
So when you say you're open to teaching, what exactly, like, what's the commitment? Like, do you have more information on?
Yeah, I will talk to you individually about that because it's really an individual path for everybody who wants to figure out what it is they can commit to and what it is that we can do locally.
Okay, perfect, because we're interested, so we'll talk to you before we leave.
Okay, great.
You have a question?
You sure?
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I have a question. Okay, well, it's not really a question, but okay. So, after seeing that, given the fact that I am in the art creativity side, I'm just thinking about a valuable way that I can use this, because I know that you said it takes keywords and it takes you to basically input certain things and get an outcome. Now, a good way that I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about it, because I know that in my particular area, since it has been invaded by AI a lot, that a lot of people already do that with the plugging it in, right? And it just gave me an idea of like doing that, but still nonetheless putting that human touch to it, because there is still a person that obviously that's an AI voice. You know, those are AI generated pictures as well. I'm just it's opening up a lot of things, because in my particular field it is hard because there's a lot of things that you can do different, but there's also things that just work naturally. Like being an animator, there's just things that work. You can go get a job with an animation company. You'll get a salary. So
Right. Does anybody know what the word augment means? Does anybody not know what the word augment
Could
means?
the future of
I call AI not artificial intelligence, but augmented intelligence, because it's only there to help the tool use your intelligence, to plug into it, to use it as a co-pilot, to do more things quicker, faster, better. But it can't replace that human ingenuity. So I'm calling it again, augmented intelligence. That's what I'm going to use. That's what I stand on.
Can I say something real quick for art? I know a gentleman that's working on a story, and he's also doing the comic book behind it, and it's Frederick Douglass. I hope I'm saying his name correct. And he's an artist and he's a writer. But what he's doing is he's allowing AI to do the drawing for him. He's inputting information of what his story is about, feeding it some specific comments in there, and at one point it generates it. And it comes out with something, it gives him a starting point. From there, he takes that and then he adds to what his vision of what it should be like. So the forest back in history, all that, it can generate it. But now what's the look that he wants to show in the comic book? So that's something, the way he's using the art side, him as a drawer, to speed up his process. So this is about speeding up your process in whatever it is that you're doing. Whether you're an artist, you're doing computer, anything. So just wanted to add that in there.
So, this is a perfect segue to what I want to talk about, which are AI in the music, AI in the movies. Now, I'm not gonna, play a bunch of movies for you, but I do need you guys to see the AI in the movies. Before I get into it again, we have some water in the kitchen, we have a couple of fruit cups. So if you have a little craving for fruit, or what you need water, or even coffee, just make your way to the kitchen. I think we're gonna work through the break just because we got a late start, it's raining, and who knows. But so AI in the music is one of those things that I found in doing my research, and because I grew up in the music industry, my mom is a famous guitar player, my aunt is a bass player, and I saw the way they've had to create over the years. just playing the bass, playing the guitar, and it's like now AI is here. AI can do all that in about 2 minutes. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy.
Can you bring yourself in? Yeah, yeah.
I will.
Okay.
Let me just press play real quick.
Wait, listen to this. This sounds exactly like Frank Sinatra is singing Get Low by Lil Jon.
To the window, to the wall, until the sweat drops down my back.
No? How about Linkin Park singing the Pokemon song? Or how about Johnny Cash singing Barbie Girl?
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
These are all made using AI voice clones. Sinatra never sang Get Low, sorry. But the craziest part is that voice cloning is just the beginning of what's happening